Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. As you can see, we are on the road today.
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere.
We are.
Where are we?
We are actually dropping in on Borrego Springs, the Anza Borrego Desert, and specifically Ocotillo Wells. Ocotillo Wells is like the epicenter of off-roading in Southern California. People from all over the southern states come to Ocotillo Wells for off-roading. So we're going to take you through, actually come in from the backside of Ocotillo Wells.
Into, why don't we show them behind us?
Check this out. This is absolutely beautiful.
Look at that. That is insane.
I mean, the drop is incredible here.
Yeah.
You have, I don't know if you can see the ocean out there.
The ocean? What ocean are you talking about?
Sea.
The
It's salt water.
It's
It's salt water. That's pretty much an ocean.
There's
to me,
no
bro.
water though.
Yeah, there is.
I
There's a
thought it
ton
was
of
just-
water. No, there's a ton of salt water out there. But all of this area here is just incredible off-roading. So let's jump in the truck. Let's get going. All right, guys, we're here. You okay over there? You seriously are dropping sunflower seeds in my truck?
Yep, right there.
You know, last week you left your chips and your friggin' soda pop out on my desk twice.
Again?
Yes, again.
Whoops. My bad.
You are seriously worse than my son. All right, so we're off-road. We're actually in the Anza Borrego Desert right now on the north side, and we're gonna cut across down to the south side, which turns into Ocotillo Wells. So just got off the highway, gonna throw it into neutral. This can be a little tricky. Sometimes it grinds. If that happens, I prefer to shut off the truck, put it into the transmission into neutral, shift the transfer case into the correct gear, and then fire it back up. That way there's no way to grind it. I know that you can just slam it through, but sometimes I just don't like that grinding sound. So right now we came in like this, we're in drive, throw it into neutral, right? High lock is up here. Give it a solid push forward like that, and you're done in the drive. So it's actually better when you're switching gears, be forceful and just pop it in the gear. If you try to like slowly push it in, that's where the grinding happens. So we're in high lock. That's perfect for hard pack sand. I doubt we're gonna get into low range, except for one area that I'll show you a little trick with low range, which it should be in high range, at least the manual says, but in low range actually it's a little more effective. We'll get into that later. But we're in high lock right now, which means the transfer case is locked up, sending power front to back. So we're actually we're still in the Anza Borrego Desert, but we're specifically in Ocotillo Wells, which is an off-road park in Southern California, about an hour and a half or so outside of San Diego, pretty much just due east. So some of you guys may not know, we actually have a tactical off-road course for SOCOM. We don't normally advertise it on our website, but we do a lot of training for special forces around the world, specifically Navy SEALs, NSW, and those guys. So one thing that we train on when we're off-roading is obviously just driving. Most of it's just on a hard-packed road, hard-packed surface like this, is constantly keeping your eyes moving, scanning, keep an eye out behind you on the peripheral, but also looking for that terrain that you're going to be traveling on. So don't focus on what's right in front of you. Look out like 50 feet or so. Keep an exit strategy in case it does get a little bumpy, and be prepared to slow down. So what I'm doing is, a lot of times people just follow the same road or the same pattern that everyone else has done, which is okay, I guess. But for an H1, you got to keep in mind too, our wheel width is a lot bigger than most vehicles. So we can take a high line just off of the normal path and actually get a smoother ride. So right here, I'm driving on a little high spot, and it's a lot smoother. Then you come out of that high spot, and it starts getting a little bit rougher right here. So find that terrain, find that line that you're gonna take to give you a smoother transition, but also a smoother line. I think what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take you guys over to the Three Sisters. So it's a run that's super fun. It's right over here off to my left. And Then just past that is Shell's Reef, or Shell Reef. And some really cool terrain that Southern California has to offer that you just don't see anywhere else. So let's shoot out there right now. You guys can see this, but I'm going to take this line right here. I'm going to high line my right tire on this area here, which gives me a lot of really good traction. That sounds good. Got two options. We got the easy way right here, or right along that ridge line, which is definitely a lot more technical. Do we take the Jeep way or the Hummer way?
Hummer way.
Hummer way.
Check this out.
You used to go up right across here. Yeah, all this was filled in here, and you would crawl at an angle across here. All right, so check this out, guys. Really important when you're coming down and you're traversing through something, it's best to walk it. If you're not sure, get out and walk it, because I just found two big pitfalls on this trail down, on this descent, which is pretty significant. This is a big hill, definitely a very technical drop down here. So you're coming down through some hard pack that's going to give you grip into this really soft sand down here that you don't have any grip on. So coming down here, what I like to do is I like to walk it, and imagine putting your, and I know it looks goofy, put your arms out and see where your tires are going to be as you come down. So what I notice is coming down here, most people, and probably Jeepers, are making a hard turn right through here. We have a wider footprint. We want to come straight out here and then make the turn. We have so much ground clearance, this big hump isn't going to affect us at all. Where Jeepers, it does affect them. So they're going to come over here and then try to go around this, or they're going to come down right through here. If I was in a Jeep, I'd probably come right around here. In the H1, I'm going to come down here. My right tire is going to come right down here, a little drop. Worst case scenario is the stock bumper may touch this rock. It probably won't, but it's a possibility. And then what I'm going to do is continue on over here and then make a hard right-hand turn down. So that's the first step. So make sure you walk it and kind of envision where your tire placement's going to be, and then you can execute it. All right, guys, we just stomped this hill, traversed up the back side of it, and then came down the steep side. This hill is really, really technically advanced. There's some tight corners in there, really soft stuff mixed in with some big boulders, so it's definitely can be a little dangerous. And just coming down that hill, I had that that kind of pucker factor as you're dropping in. It's definitely a lot of fun. I absolutely love off-roading, especially in technical terrain like that. It gets a little bit dangerous. One thing to know about this though is you always have, most of the time you have an out. Always kind of look for that out if things get a little crazy. One of the ones that we talked about when we were filming, Jason was in an area that would be my exit strategy. If I started to break loose and that rear end started coming around, I would lose control, especially on that angle. The truck could easily catch and roll all the way down the hill. So I told him, hey, if I start to lose traction there, this is where I'm going, so he could get out of the way, which would really be just turning the wheels down the hill and punching it. Get as much throttle into that and get that front end down the hill. It's gonna be one hell of a ride going down the hill, but you're not gonna flip the truck, most likely. That's probably your safest avenue out of a dangerous situation like that. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Had a lot of fun out here today at the Three Sisters out in Ocotillo Wells. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching. We'll have some more off-road footage coming soon.